Welcome, everyone. They once made us believe in eternal love through red carpet smiles and hands that never let go. But in the glamorous world of Hollywood, where showmances and blockbuster divorces dominate the headlines, can true love really last for decades? Some have held hands for half a century, while others have fallen under the pressure of fame and inflated egos. So what is the secret behind the rare couples who withstand the brutal tests of time? Is it luck, or is it a choice to remain committed even when the cameras stop rolling? In this video, we will journey back in time, analyzing their glorious beginnings, the storms they've weathered, and where they are now. This is not a fairy tale, but real-life lessons about perseverance and love built on sincerity. Let's start with the power couples who had to balance two giant egos. Now sit back and enjoy the video, and don't forget to like, share, and leave a sub to support the channel. When we talk about Denzel Washington, we don't just think of one of the greatest actors in Hollywood history, but also a symbol of perseverance, a successful career, and a happy family. With 2 Academy Awards, numerous nominations, and prestigious titles, Denzel is one of the brightest faces in cinema. However, when he talks about his success, one person always appears in every word of gratitude: his wife, Pauletta Washington. The love story of Denzel and Pauletta began in 1977 when they met on the set of the TV movie Wilma. At the time, Denzel was still a young, unknown actor, while Pauletta was already a talented artist with a promising career as a singer and actress. Denzel was captivated by Pauletta's charm and intelligence from the moment they first met. However, it took him 3 proposals before he finally received her yes. After 3 years of courting, they were married in 1983, marking the beginning of a new and promising chapter for both of them. The 1980s and 1990s were a golden era in Denzel's career. From Glory, the film that earned him his first Oscar, to Malcolm X Philadelphia, and especially Training Day, Denzel became one of Hollywood's biggest stars. The spotlight, praise, and consecutive awards poured in. But in every acceptance speech, whether it was for an Oscar or any prestigious award, Denzel always made sure to thank Pauletta, the wife he considers the greatest source of inspiration in both his life and career. What has kept their relationship strong for so many decades? The answer is faith. Both Denzel and Pauletta have a solid religious foundation. Faith is not only a part of their personal lives, but also a guiding principle that leads their family. Pauletta, though just as talented as her husband, chose to step back and become the rock-solid support for the family, dedicating much of her time to raising their 4 children. But Denzel has never viewed this as a sacrifice. Instead, he sees it as the strong foundation she has built for their family. Throughout Denzel's career, Pauletta has always been by his side, his devoted partner, a nurturing mother, and an understanding wife, standing behind him to create a home that allowed Denzel to fully dedicate himself to his work. Over 40 years after their marriage, Denzel received the AFI Life Achievement Award, and in his acceptance speech, he tearfully said, "Pauletta, she is the unsung hero behind my success. She has carried the family while I was busy out there." Denzel's words are the greatest tribute he can give to his wife. Their marriage has not been without its challenges. Like any couple, they too have faced difficulties and storms in life, but they have overcome everything thanks to their perseverance, trust, and mutual respect. Denzel once shared, "A house needs a foundation. You can build a beautiful house, but without a solid foundation, it will collapse. Pauletta is my foundation." Their relationship is a testament to the fact that in a world full of uncertainty, family and faith are the solid foundations that help them overcome any challenge. Now, with their 4 children grown and starting to pursue their own careers, notably John David Washington, the star of Tenet, it's clear that the Washington family has instilled the good values passed down by both parents. They have built a strong family, a new generation, continuing the tradition and faith they have worked so hard to nurture. Denzel and Pauletta Washington are a rare couple in the world of showbiz. They are not only shining stars, but also a model of perseverance, faith, and family love. Their story is an inspiration for all of us, showing that success does not only come from a career, but also from the solid family values that provide a place where we can always return, find love, and feel safe. If Hollywood had a game to define connection, it would surely be 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. But in real life, Kevin Bacon only needs one connection, the most important one: Kyra Sedgwick. Their love story began in 1987 when they met on the set of the PBS movie Lemon Sky. At the time, Kevin was already a big star thanks to Footloose, while Kyra was just 22 and not particularly impressed by him. She admitted, "I thought he was the arrogant type." However, Kevin won Kyra over with his sincerity, and just 1 year later, in 1988, they got married. The 1990s saw both of their careers soaring. Kevin starred in iconic films like A Few Good Men and Apollo 13, while Kyra won an Emmy for her role in The Closer. Despite their busy work schedules, they chose to raise their 2 children in New York, away from the noise of Hollywood. They frequently shared spontaneous videos and fun duets on social media, showing that their love was not just about being a married couple, but also a deep and enduring friendship. However, their biggest challenge came from a financial shock. In 2008, they became victims of the Bernie Madoff scam, losing nearly all of their life savings. But instead of letting this tear them apart, Kevin and Kyra stood strong. Kevin shared, "When that happened, we looked at each other and said, well, we lost the money, but we have each other and our kids are healthy. We'll be okay." They didn't blame each other. Instead, they rebuilt together, growing even closer. Now, after more than 35 years together, their love remains as strong as it was in the beginning. They are not just a married couple, but teammates. Kevin and Kyra proved that love is not about sharing success, but about rising together after each fall. They are the perfect model of a lasting partnership. Despite facing significant challenges in life, they have always stood by each other, building a family full of love and understanding, setting an example for the generations to come. Among the most beloved men in Hollywood, Tom Hanks has always topped the list. And standing by the America's dad is an extraordinary woman, Rita Wilson, who is not just his wife, but also his life partner and a wonderful companion through life's challenges. Their story began in 1981 on the set of the sitcom Bosom Buddies, when Tom Hanks was just starting his career and Rita Wilson was still a familiar face on screen. However, at that time, they were just friends. It wasn't until 1985, when they reunited for the film Volunteers, that the spark of love truly ignited. Tom, still in his first marriage at the time, admitted that he felt an undeniable strong connection with Rita. After his divorce in 1988, Tom Hanks married Rita Wilson. To marry her, Tom converted to Greek Orthodoxy, the religion of Rita's family, a gesture that demonstrated his deep commitment to both love and family. They have 2 children together, along with 2 children from Tom's previous marriage, creating a large and happy family. Their biggest challenge came in 2015 when Rita Wilson was diagnosed with breast cancer and had to undergo a double mastectomy. It was a very difficult time, but throughout this challenging period, Tom Hanks stood by Rita's side, never leaving her for a moment. Rita shared, "You never know how your partner will react in a situation like that." "I was so surprised and moved by his care," she said. "It was a difficult time, but it also brought us closer together." Then in 2020, they faced another challenge when they became the first celebrities to publicly announce they had contracted COVID-19 right as the pandemic was starting to escalate. They quarantined together in Australia and overcame this period with resilience and love for each other. Now, after nearly 35 years together, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson remain a model of stability and enduring love. When asked about the secret to maintaining their relationship, Tom Hanks simply shared, "We just really like each other. I still can't believe my wife is with me." That simple statement is a testament to the fact that with genuine love, admiration, and true friendship, every challenge from cancer to a pandemic can be overcome, and love will always be the healing balm for all wounds. When Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker met in 1991, both were already big names in the entertainment industry. Sarah was starting to become a fashion icon and was preparing to explode globally with Sex and the City. Matthew had already become a teen idol with his role as Ferris in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. They met through Sarah's brother and immediately formed a standout youthful and stylish couple in New York. However, unlike many other famous couples, they didn't choose Hollywood as their place of residence. Instead, they chose Manhattan, a decision that reflects not only their lifestyle, but also their deep connection with the city and its simple way of life. In 1997, they got married in a secret ceremony, leading guests to believe they were just attending a party. What makes their relationship different from other couples in the industry? It's their shared love for the stage. Both Matthew and Sarah began their careers on Broadway and have always maintained a deep connection to the arts. While Sarah became Carrie Bradshaw, a global icon, Matthew continued to dedicate himself to theater. They've always made space for each other to pursue their individual passions without letting it affect their relationship. Over 3 decades have passed, and they still live happily in West Village, New York. Together, they raised their 3 children, maintaining a close-knit and simple family life. It's easy to spot them walking their dog or holding hands at a theater premiere. They have proven that even as global superstars, you can still build a simple, warm, and loving family life. Their love is not about the glamour of the red carpet, but about the warmth and sincerity of a winter evening in New York, built on respect, humor, and a shared passion for the arts. In the mid-1990s, Chris O'Donnell was a rising star in Hollywood. He stood out for his role in Scent of a Woman alongside Al Pacino and as Robin in Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. At that time, Chris was one of the most sought-after young stars with every opportunity to continue growing his career. However, at the height of his success, he unexpectedly stepped away from the spotlight of Hollywood. The reason behind this decision wasn't failure or lack of opportunities, but love. Chris met Caroline Fentress, an elementary school teacher, and the younger sister of a close friend in the early 90s. He was immediately drawn to her. Even at the height of his career, he had no hesitation in choosing family and married Caroline in 1997. While his film career was thriving, Chris and Caroline built a home together. They had 5 children, and Chris faced an important choice: continue chasing fame, which would mean being away from home for months at a time, or choose a stable life with his family. He chose family. Chris turned down several major roles to stay at home with his wife and children. Later on, he took the lead role in NCIS Los Angeles, a television series that allowed him to work at a fixed location and come home every night. This was not an easy decision, but Chris shared, "I know I could have had a bigger film career, but I looked around and saw a lot of people with great careers but broken families. I didn't want that. I wanted to be there to witness my children grow up." After more than 25 years, the love between Chris and Caroline remains as strong as it was in the beginning. Caroline, who has always stayed away from the spotlight, is his steadfast anchor, helping him maintain his family values. Chris O'Donnell's story is a rare example in Hollywood where a star dares to sacrifice fame to prioritize family and love. Together, they've built a warm and peaceful life where moments shared with each other are always more important than any award or fame, proving that true love can overcome any challenge in the entertainment industry. If you believe that love and family can overcome all the challenges in the entertainment industry, leave a 1 in the comments below. If you have a different opinion, feel free to leave a 0. Enjoy the video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support our channel. We would love to hear your thoughts and insights about enduring relationships in the entertainment world. When a top rock star gets married, few expect the relationship to last. However, Sting, the leader of the Police, and actress-producer Trudy Styler have proven that love between the two can overcome any challenge, despite the stereotypes surrounding the lives of rock stars. They first met in 1982 under somewhat complicated circumstances, as Sting was still married, and Trudy was a close friend of his wife. Their relationship wasn't easy at first and was filled with disagreements, but the love between them overcame everything. After 10 years together with 2 children of their own, they officially married in 1992. The secret to their lasting relationship lies in a combination of passion and shared purpose. They are not just a married couple, but also business partners. Together, they founded the Rainforest Foundation in 1989, contributing to environmental protection and charitable activities. Their passion is not only music, but also contributing to the protection of the earth. They spend most of their time living on an estate in England and a vineyard in Italy, away from the hustle and bustle. Although a rock legend, Sting has always publicly expressed his love and admiration for his wife. He shared, "We don't just love each other, we genuinely like each other. She's the one I want to be with the most." They have raised 4 children, including 2 of Sting's from previous relationships, creating a large, complex but loving family. After more than 40 years together, Sting and Trudy Styler prove that even in the ever-changing life of a rock and roll star, stability can be achieved when love is built on a foundation of shared passion, responsibility, and deep respect. One could say that the love story of Christopher Guest and Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the most unusual and fascinating examples of love at first sight in Hollywood. In 1984, Jamie Lee Curtis, already famous for her role as the Scream Queen in Halloween, was sitting with a friend flipping through Rolling Stone magazine. Suddenly, she stopped at a picture of Christopher Guest, the comedian, known for his role in This Is Spinal Tap. She pointed at the picture and boldly declared, "I'm going to marry this man." Jamie Lee Curtis's friend knew Guest's agent and arranged a meeting for them. However, Christopher Guest never called. But then fate intervened, and they coincidentally ran into each other at a restaurant. They went on a date, and as Jamie had promised, they were married just 5 months later. They are a unique couple. Jamie Lee Curtis is the daughter of two Hollywood legends, Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, while Christopher Guest is a talented comedian and also an English aristocrat holding the title of Baron. Despite coming from two very different worlds, they found a deep connection and true love. Throughout her career, Jamie continued to explore various film genres from action in True Lies to comedy in Freaky Friday, and went on to win an Academy Award for her role in Everything Everywhere All at Once. Christopher, on the other hand, focused on creating unique and humorous mockumentary films that became synonymous with his personal brand. The key to their nearly 40-year-long relationship is perseverance and commitment. Jamie once shared, "Don't leave, even when you think you should." Together, they've faced significant challenges such as the emotional journey of adopting their children and have been open about their battles with addiction. Humor, respect for each other's creative space, and a commitment to stay together even through tough times are the key elements that have kept them bonded and together through the years. They are a testament to the fact that love doesn't have to be perfect from the start. It is about patience, respect, and commitment at every step of the journey. After nearly 4 decades together, their love remains strong and serves as an admirable model in the world of showbiz. If there's any couple that represents the chaos of rock music, it is Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Osbourne. Their relationship has not only been complicated and loud, but also one of the most legendary love stories in music history. Their meeting took place in the late 1970s. Sharon, the daughter of Don Arden, manager of Black Sabbath, met Ozzy, the lead singer of the band, during a tumultuous time. In 1979, Ozzy was fired from Black Sabbath due to his struggles with addiction. Sharon was not only a companion, but also the one who decided to rescue Ozzy's career. She became his manager, determined to help him revive his solo career. Their professional relationship quickly turned into love. In 1982, they got married, and the 1980s and 1990s became a chaotic mix of success, but also not without significant personal struggles. Ozzy battled alcohol and drug addiction, instances of domestic violence, stints in rehab, and shocking scandals. Despite everything, Sharon, with her toughness and sharp business acumen, never gave up. Not only did she revive Ozzy's career by founding Ozzfest, but she also saved his life multiple times during moments of seemingly hopeless despair. Their love was tested to the extreme. In the early 2000s, they shocked the world by bringing their family life to reality TV with the Osbournes. The show revealed a strangely loving family amidst swearing arguments and a constant whirlwind of chaotic pets. Their love, though filled with turmoil, has become an unlikely model of perseverance in the entertainment world. Despite facing many storms in their relationship, including Ozzy's infidelity that led to a temporary separation, they eventually found their way back to each other. Now they are facing the greatest challenge of their lives, Ozzy's battle with Parkinson's disease. Sharon has remained by his side, a source of encouragement, care, and support throughout this difficult journey. Their relationship has not been perfect. At times it was toxic and filled with pain. But the love between Ozzy and Sharon is real. It's the story of two people who cannot live without each other, about endless forgiveness and enduring love that withstands every storm. They've proven that in the harsh world of rock music, love can still exist despite the countless ups and downs and bruises along the way. After more than 40 years together, they remain resilient, showing that love never gives up. Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell are one of Hollywood's golden couples, but they've proven that true love doesn't need paperwork. Despite being together for over 40 years, they've never married, and that's part of the secret to the longevity of their relationship. Their story began in 1966 when they first met on a film set. However, at that time, Goldie was 21 and Kurt was only 16, so they were just friends. It wasn't until 1983, when they reunited for the film Swing Shift, that their love began to blossom. Both had been through previous divorces, and when they came together, they found a deep connection and incredible support from each other. In the years that followed, they became one of Hollywood's most beloved couples, especially after the classic film Overboard in 1987. The chemistry between them on screen was undeniable, and it became even more apparent in real life as their love grew stronger. They built a large family, including each other's children, with Kate Hudson standing out as someone who considers Kurt as her biological father. They also have a child together. However, when asked about marriage, both Goldie and Kurt give the same response. Why fix something that isn't broken? Goldie Hawn shares, "I love the feeling of waking up every morning and choosing to be with him. Paperwork doesn't define love." Kurt Russell agrees, believing that a marriage certificate doesn't guarantee anything in a relationship. With over 40 years together, their relationship has lasted longer than most marriages in Hollywood. They spend time on their farm in Colorado, living a private life away from the noise of showbiz. They are living proof that true love is a daily commitment, a conscious choice, not just a legal contract. Ron Howard has become an inseparable part of American entertainment, from the boyish Opie in The Andy Griffith Show to Richie Cunningham in Happy Days, and later a legendary director with Oscar-winning films like A Beautiful Mind. However, throughout his journey to fame, there has always been one woman by his side, Cheryl, his loving and loyal wife. Their love story began back in high school at John Burroughs School in Burbank, California. They were childhood friends, and their first date took place in 1970. At that time, Ron was already a famous television star, but Cheryl was not swayed by the glitz and glamour. She saw the real Ron behind the spotlight and fame. They married in 1975 while Ron was still involved with Happy Days. When Ron transitioned from acting to directing, facing immense pressures from Hollywood, Cheryl was always there, providing him with calm and unwavering support. Throughout their marriage, they raised 4 children together, including actress Bryce Dallas Howard, in a simple and as normal an environment as possible in Connecticut, far from the noise of Hollywood. Cheryl, a writer, made appearances in small, non-speaking roles in many of Ron's films, acting as a good luck charm and a symbol of the bond between them. Even though her roles were minor, her presence in Ron's films always brought warmth and a special emotional connection. Now, after more than 50 years together, when asked about the secret to maintaining their love, Ron shares, "It's a great blessing, but the secret is communication. There's no magic formula, just communication and the luck of meeting the right person the first time." Their relationship is a rare example of a pure first love that has not only lasted but thrived through decades of fame and challenges. Ron and Cheryl Howard are proof that true love can withstand the storms and ups and downs of life. If there is a love that defines warmth, intellect, and perfect harmony, it is the love between Alan and Arlene Alda. Their relationship began in 1956, before Alan Alda became Hawkeye Pierce, the legendary character in MASH, and before he became a television icon. Their love story started at a dinner party in New York. The legend says that the special moment that bonded them was when a rum cake brought out for dessert accidentally fell to the kitchen floor. Instead of feeling embarrassed or awkward, Alan and Arlene were the only two people who immediately sat down on the floor and began eating the dropped cake laughing together. That moment marked the beginning of a strong relationship that has lasted nearly 70 years. They married in 1957. Throughout the 1970s, when MASH catapulted Alan Alda to stardom, Arlene, a talented musician, photographer, and writer, stood by his side, building her own career, while also caring for their family and raising 3 daughters. Despite both of them being busy with their careers, their love and connection have never faded. The secret to maintaining their long-lasting relationship, according to Alan, is a conversation that never ends. He shares, "Arlene is a curious person, and that keeps her interesting. We always find something new to talk about." This is part of the strength of their relationship: continuous communication and the ability to find fascination in the simple, everyday things. Even as they approach their 90s, they continue to inspire everyone around them. After being diagnosed with Parkinson's, Alan became a strong advocate for scientific communication and living a full life. Throughout his journey, he has always credited Arlene as the most steady influence in his life. After more than 65 years of marriage, when asked about the secret to maintaining a long-lasting marriage, Alan Alda humorously replied, "The secret to a long marriage is a short marriage, but repeated many times with the same person." This gentle yet profound answer is a testament to a love that is strong, a relationship built through small but meaningful moments. From commitments based on faith choices that prioritize family, chaotic yet enduring relationships, to childhood sweethearts, what do these stories show us? Love in Hollywood is not a fairy tale. It is not immune to temptation, pressure, or tragedy. It can break and it can hurt just like anywhere else. Yet these couples have proven that love can indeed endure. It exists not because of luck, but because it is a conscious choice. It is the choice to stay when things get tough. It is the choice to forgive mistakes. It is the choice to find laughter in the storm and to find a life partner in a lover. In a world where everything seems fleeting, these relationships are beacons, proving that even under the brightest spotlight, true love, perseverance, and commitment are values that never fade. Thank you all for watching. Which love story of these couples do you admire the most? And do you think lasting love in Hollywood still exists among the new generation of stars? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any new videos. See you in the next video.